thank you everyone who's here today, but I want to emphasize a truth which is self-evident. We, the American people, hold our own fate in our own hands. That's the message of this press conference here today. We must rise up. We have entered into a revolutionary period. We're here in Washington today, and I walk around, and I've spent over 20 years here. I travel around the United States. I look at the government buildings, and I see no one inside of those buildings. Frankly, it's as if we don't have a government. We don't even have a republic. And what we've heard here today is proof positive of that. We have the American people. When back in 1776, we faced another tyrant, King George III. Our great founding fathers, including John Adams, our second American president, who said 13 days before signing the Declaration of Independence in my native city of Philadelphia, where I was born, without ethics, morality, and religion, doesn't matter how many times you change your rulers or your forms of government, you will have no lasting liberty. We have lost our sense of right and wrong. We don't understand what ethics are. We forget who our God is. Instead, we worship some other God which wants to destroy us, which isn't a God at all. And it was for that reason that in Philadelphia, our founding fathers formulated and signed a Declaration of Independence, and I'm paraphrasing. Perhaps the greatest document was the greatest document that was ever written. And it said, in the course of human events, when we the people serve under a tyrant, I'm paraphrasing, when the people's grievances are no longer being heard, when the health, welfare, and safety of our people, and in particular, our servicemen, brave Navy SEALs, and National Guardsmen, who are risking and giving their lives to save our country, to preserve the notion of freedom and liberty, the vision and the foundation of our country that came into being, when those grievances are no longer being heard, then we have a God-given duty to alter, amend, or change our form of government. I'm not advocating violence. I'm not advocating anything other than we the people standing up for brave families like this who've lost their sons, who can't even get a response. Charlie Strange, who was embraced for political purposes by our president because it looks good, but does nothing after Mr. Strange asks for help. Same for the other families. This is not a question of politics. It's not a question of left, right, or center. It's a question of preserving our country. We stand on the precipice of going under, down for the count. We're hanging by a thread. The Middle East is about ready to blow up. I don't care what the stock market is today. When the Middle East starts to explode, you'll see everything go right through the floor, our economy and everything else. We've left Iran, the most evil regime, even surpassing, in my opinion, Adolf Hitler's Third Reich. Hitler never had the atom bomb. These people most likely already have it. They vowed a Holocaust against Jews and Christians. They want to destroy the great Satan, the United States. And we sit there and we play patty cakes and allow them to build up as allies to another one that wants to destroy us, North Korea, supported by China. And we sit there and we play these games with our servicemen and don't let them fight. This is criminal, and the American people need to rise up before it's too late. And that's what this press conference is all about, and that's what our clients and our friends and our colleagues speaking from the heart have to say, and our distinguished experts and guests that have come. And we had some congressmen here too, a few of the good ones that are out there, but they're not the majority, unfortunately. There is no Democratic establishment or Republican establishment that's standing up for the American people. So the story here is that we have to rise up, first peacefully, and change this country back to the vision of our founding fathers, and to rise up as one nation under God, our God, not a Muslim God that defiles our servicemen, who mocks us, who makes fun of us. And what kind of stupid people at the higher levels of the military let this person come in here and say what he said? That tells us a lot about where we are today with our government and why we must do it for ourselves. Thank you very much. And we're going to take some questions here, so feel free to ask them. But I had to say my piece. I didn't want to dominate this press conference, but I sat here and I listened to this, and I don't intend to dominate it going forward, because these are the heroes here, their sons themselves. These are the American people. We are the heroes. Thank you all, and we'll take some questions.